Hello folks and welcome back to Rome Total War. I am Step and this is going to be part 16 of my Barbarian invasion campaign where I'm playing as the Goths. And the last episode was the first time in a long time where I started to feel like things might be turning around. Now that might be hard to imagine considering that we have Roxolani in our borders up here and Franks in our borders and Eastern Romans sacking, or not sacking, but sieging Ravenna. There's a lot going on, but you know what? Finally, my economy is in the green. Now, it's not much, making 273, but still, that counts, and I do have 42,000 in the treasury. So again, I have a little bit to play with here, and that all feels just like a breath of fresh air. So the thing is that despite all of those positive things that I'm feeling, I have to kind of temper my expectations here, because on one hand, I'm looking at Salona and I'm thinking that this is going to be my next target for expansion. And I think that that's going to be the best way to alleviate a lot of my concerns, making money, blocking the Romans, protecting the Adriatic, and making it so that maybe they won't be slipping around this way and they'll just be targeting Salona. And that way I just have to worry about the Franks attacking Mediolanium and not bouncing back and forth between the two settlements. I know that there's a stack here on this boat, which is terrifying. I don't know where they're going to go. It's a case of, now luckily there's no stacks on these boats. They're just there to freak me out, and it is working. But there's no threats coming from there. But this can attack anywhere, and that's what's so nerve-wracking about that. Because, for instance, if it attacked Ravenna, then no big deal, because at least I have a stack that can reach it in a turn or two and then bounce back to Mediolanium. Bouncing back and forth between these two settlements, that ain't no thing. But if it comes all the way down here to Tarentum, or even if it kind of like came across and attacked Rome for some reason, that extra turn or two of a journey really does start to leave these two settlements a bit more exposed, right? So that really does stress the logistics of this army bouncing all around and trying to put out all these fires. So that boat does kind of, it kind of freaks me out. And so that's why taking Salona seems pretty important for me, just to try to neutralize that threat coming from the Romans, coming from, the Balkans or Illyria. So that's going to be the next target. I gave up on the idea of taking Sicily in the last episode, just because my ports are too far away. I can't get there in one turn via naval travel, unfortunately, which is stupid because why can't I do that? But yeah, that's unfortunate, but yeah, I'm just going to be giving up on being having a naval power as the Goths. We just can't do it. Our navies cannot compete with the other factions like the Romans and the pirates. So we can't compete with the pirates either. So over here in Iberia, again, this is a case of wanting things to move faster than they realistically can. The reality is that I am continuing to convert my settlements to Christianity, and that takes time. That takes these characters, these generals hanging out in these provinces, converting the populace, and then building the requisite churches and buildings to boost that for conversion and religion. So we're getting there. We're making progress. We're getting a 10% conversion net gain on Christianity now, but we have a lot of work to do before we can start to, knock down that shrine and build a Christian shrine. So we'll see about that. We're going to retrain some military stuff here, and maybe finally get rid of these brigands here, which has been causing how much devastation? 232 devastation. We've been losing that much denarii per turn, which is, pretty bad. So what are the Roxolani going to do? I have no freaking idea, but at least we have a full stack that's kind of chasing them down, and at least they have split up. So that is all good news. I can destroy this stack, and then I'm pretty sure you have Night Fighter, right? You have Night Fighter? You do, yeah. So that means that he's going to be able to... What is Gothic Warlord? +1 morale, +1 when commanding cavalry, +1 commanding. I have to make sure he's 49, and he's my best general, so I have to make sure that I give away his retinue before he passes away. But until then, he's going to be tasked out with taking down the Roxolani, and the fact that they've split up and I can take down that stack and then take down these 2 stacks. Even if they do remain together, I can use Night Fighter to only fight 1 stack at a time and then go from there. So it's going to take time. It is. And then once he is free, he's going to come back up here and retake Bertigala. The Western Romans are kind of threatening to poke around. I thought they did have a bigger army last episode that I saw, but maybe not. And so we'll keep an eye on that. And so really what we're looking for long term, I think, is that despite the fact that we have ourselves a ceasefire and a trade agreement with the Berbers, we know better not to trust that. If my positive income was a little bit better, then I would want it to pay them tribute of 100 denarii per turn so that I could try to keep them on my happy, or keep me on their happy side and go from there. But I can't afford that. So I'm going to have to just assume that they are going to maybe try to fight me again at some point. Which is going to mean that eventually, at some point, maybe once the Roxolani are dealt with and once Bertigala has been taken, maybe this army bounces out east and they become my attacking force that hops on a boat and takes Salona, which, as you can imagine, is going to take some time. And then that's going to leave, basically these guys and whoever they recruit and train and hire in the meantime to defend Iberia, not only from the south, from the Berbers potentially if they attack, but then also southern Gaul from the Romans, again, potentially if they ever attack as well. And the good news in that scenario is that this, having one army cover all that ground is not ideal. Yes, sure, but it's not like the Franks or the Eastern Romans, who are clearly rich and powerful and are threatening just all the time with a lot of stuff and really could take my territory. The Western Romans and the Berbers, we saw that Berber stack just kind of wander aimlessly all around Iberia and then southern Gaul before it was eventually crushed. And the Western Romans as well, I just don't find too threatening. They don't seem to have a much in Avaricum, and the Franks are right here on their borders. So, in fact, what's the deal with them? Okay, so not allied with the Romans, they're the Western Romans, but they're not at war with them either. But in any case, so at the very least, they should not feel comfortable really leaving, Avaricum. So that's the idea there. And I'm saying that because I'm not making a lot of money, I can afford probably to train up a few more units. Sure, but then can I really afford to train up like an entire new stack to take Salona? I kind of doubt it. I'm going to continue to train units in Tarentum and Rome just to kind of put something together, and potentially also just in case they do, attack and land a boat, maybe we can put up a bit of a better defense in either of these 2 settlements. So that's going to be the play there. And yeah, you're just going to have to bounce back and forth and be a hero up here. Tolga, the faction heir. Speaking of which, I think that he's no longer going to be the faction heir. I was looking around, and since my faction leader, Vitorichus, who is awful, he's so bad. I was looking at his traits again before I started recording, and he is so bad. 51 years old, so he's getting up there in age, and I would say that I want a 31-year-old to be my next faction heir, not a 40-year-old like Tolga. So Hermanric. Now, he's nothing too special, but he's 31, and he doesn't have anything that's bad about him. Untouched by fear, so +1 morale, been in the wars, +2 to general's hit points, Christian, so he's the right religion. Virtue of poverty is a 10% penalty on all trade income. Okay, so that's like the only bad thing about him, but then +5 to Christian conversion. So overall, he's given a 10% to Christian conversion, which is, again, that's the right thing for us. So I'm going to be making Hermanric my new... Let's see, it's going to be you. And yeah, make you the faction heir. Give him a bit of influence. And he is actually down here in this army. He's leading this army. So he's going to be getting a bit of combat experience when we do destroy these brigands. So I'm just going to be retraining these infantrymen here in this settlement. And maybe even Vitorgis can join that fight as well next turn. We will see. So we're going to be hanging out there. And yeah, we can't build that church yet. We have to wait for a bit. But I do think that I just want to keep training stuff. Like everywhere that I can, really.
Yes.
And I'm even tempted, it is tempting to even hire some mercs down here. They're not, you know, the Moorish mercenaries aren't great, but still, I don't know. Every time I have to fight mercs and enemy armies, I'm like, oh, I should have hired those guys, you know? The enemy, the AI is really on it. They really do just make sure they gobble up all the mercs that you don't hire, so yeah, it's kind of tricky. Same thing down here with you. You got some mercs that you could hire. Let's come down here, and even though we can't, we're never going to be able to attack Sicily, let's just build a watchtower so we can kind of look wistfully at it and just dream of a better future. And yeah, we can't even do anything about, oh man, it's just mostly peasants, but it's that rebel general that would really screw us up if we don't have, we have some spears down here. Yeah, we got something. We'll keep training up some stuff, and yeah, we'll see. We'll see. Maybe we can eventually move out and fight those rebels. Now, I am hoping that this army can actually reach this Frankish army. It kind of looks like it can't.
Kill them.
And yes, nice. Okay, cool. Cool. So yeah, typical Frankish heavy infantry. They do have a noble warrior, general, captain dude, and then 2 archers, but that's going to be it for their non-melee infantry. The rest of it's going to be pretty heavy stuff. And really, I like our more balanced army comps against that. So yeah, we can't do night fight with them. Okay, that's fine. Let's wipe these guys out, and then let's hope that we can actually get to the Romans next turn. We have ourselves a big, wide open field of battle here, so this should be perfect for our mobility to go play around. All we have to do is get rid of that one. Actually, wait, before let's hard lock you. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, we just have to get rid of that one general unit, and then we have a full free reign of the entire battlefield. So let's just get you guys out there, you guys out there. And are we in range of stuff yet? Not quite. You guys can start running. And general's going to be right in the middle. Okay. So let's just move up. And move up here. And are you guys in range? You are. Not all of you though. So let's go ahead and line you up. And then, yeah, if they want to try to create some separation. Yeah, looks like they want to bring forward some of their guys. There you go. Just keep an eye on that. And then, yep, just want to split them up. That's perfect. There we go. And yeah, this is looking good. This is exactly the play. So Golden Band and Heerban. Let's get you guys out here. And they can start their war cry. And let's get you guys back, actually. Messed up on that. And yeah, let's get you guys going. Yeah, they just wiped out my Bucalari. And let's get a hammering charge in there on them. Alright, let's go. Looks like we wiped them out. And let's get into there. We got the charge in on them. And their hunters are coming into combat, which is interesting. Alright, looks like they're starting to flee. So let's move everyone up here and then here. And then, yeah, let's just start chasing these guys down. Yeah, not all of these Franks are breaking right away. Some of these guys are holding and breaking my dudes, which is not ideal. Yeah, those Heerban are fighting harder than I would like. and doing a bit of damage to my cav. So yeah, let's try to get here and get in on them. What are we at? 74% of them are dead. So yeah, not good enough.
Victory is the reward of warriors.
84%. Not quite good enough. Yeah, it's too bad. Yeah, we didn't quite get the wipe on them. And we lost 87 men. Hopefully we still have enough to defeat those Romans, though. How banged up are we? Yeah, we lost some dudes. We can actually hire another Bukalari, which I guess I'll do. That unit still survived, but it's the cav that I'm worried about. Yeah, my melee cav is getting kinda... We have the warlords, of course, but it's my Goth Lancers. I have 47 men in that unit, and then a 10-man mercenary Equite Veterani. Well, let's do what we can and hire the Bukalari, and then let's come down here.
March, unable to move.
And we can fight the Romans. Next turn, let's see, Legio Lanciari, it's a good spear unit. I don't think, they don't have a bonus versus cav, but they're like solid. I mean, they have like probably a plus 4 bonus versus cav. But it's their defense that's pretty insane. Melee attack, yeah, missile attack of 13, pretty crazy. And Committed Tensei's 1, 2, 3 of those, and then Committed Tensei's first cohort. Plumbatari, only 16 men in that unit, so basically nothing. And then 2 decent strength Eastern Archers, long-ranged archer units. And then 1, 2, 3, 4 Limitani, which I always forget do have that precursor. They do have that javelin that they toss in, so they always do more damage than I expect them to. Just catches me off guard every single time. And shoot, I forgot to check that. Tolga has a sword bearer, +1 to personal security and +1 to his hit points. And then what was his other?
General.
What was the other one that I missed? And Barbarian Turncoat, so +1 command when fighting against barbarians. So he's going to be a 3-star general from now on whenever he fights the Franks. So that is going to help us out as well. And yeah, who knows? Maybe, I mean, they look like they're going to be coming on in, but that's just a 3-man unit or 3-unit army. And there's more Franks up here, so they might continue to pour on into Mediolanium, but
Lord.
we'll keep training what we can between these two settlements and just bouncing back and forth. That is going to do it for this turn, so let's go ahead and end it. And let's see. Yeah, they just come right back. Gosh darn it. Okay. Yeah, that's a lot to handle. I almost wonder... Did you guys build siege equipment? I didn't build siege equipment. Why wouldn't they build siege equipment? Because that means they can't attack during this end turn. Which kind of makes me want to prioritize the Franks for now. And for what it's worth, Ravenna does have a unit of Goth noble warriors inside, alongside some 3 runaway slave spears. It's not much, but it's something. And Mediolanium just has a Gothic warrior and a runaway slave spearman, so much less, right? So I'm kind of tempted to bounce back up and take on the Franks. I have some raiders in this army. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 units of hunters. Yeah, that's kind of what I'm tempted to do.
General, move out.
Let's see what we can see from here. Yeah, that frickin' Royal... There's that Roman Navy, 2 Quincuriums right there. Like, there's no way. There's no way. I can't get to it. That's just it's such a shame. It's such a shame I can't get there. Because my closest port is there, you know? Although it was mentioned to me that if I had taken North Africa, I could probably get to Sicily in 1 turn from Carthage. Yeah. So that is worth mentioning, but I don't intend to take North Africa. That's just not on my out of my path for this campaign. And sabotage. Oh shit, no way. My large stone wall was damaged by an enemy. Oh, no shit. Oh. I've never had an enemy agent do that to me before. In Rome. Annoying. I can't, yeah, and I can't even, like, repair it because I'm being sieged right now. So it says 100% damage. I wonder, so that there's at least, like, one full... So yeah, they actually could, like, attack me during...
General.
He could actually attack me, like, now, right? He doesn't even have to build siege equipment. He could be attacking me right now, I think. Yeah, it's super annoying.
Assassin
Well, let's kill this
ready.
frickin' assassin, because he's probably the guy that did it, right? Yeah, so we got him, and then... Huh, what's... Okay. A little confused. There's 2 Roxolani armies. Where is the third one? Oh shit, who are you? You got some Slavs over here. Oh. Huh. What are you guys doing? What are they doing? They're enemies with the Franks and the Burgundii, but not the Romans. Can we...
My lord.
I'm assuming that's all they have left, so they're probably pretty weak. And they're still in Horde, so they haven't settled yet. Yeah, I mean, I guess there's no point in, you know, having diplomacy with them just because
Lord.
I could destroy them. But where did the 3rd Roxolani army go? They couldn't have merged because this isn't all they had. So there must be an army hiding some. Is he hiding in the woods here or hiding over here?
Assassin ready.
Let's see. Let's go.
On my way.
Let's go.
On my way.
Okay, so he's not
Out of moves.
not around there. And then I was gonna kill
ready.
one of you, or at least attempt to.
Dead.
So 20% for you,
He's dead.
42% for you. And missed target. Okay, that's too bad. Well, I don't want you going all the way around, so don't do that.
Position.
Don't do that.
Assassin ready.
What about you? Can you get him?
Won't hear a thing.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh, no shit. Oh, shit. Yeah, the Roxolani are down to 1 family member. How about that? He wasn't even that good. He's like, I think he had 2 eyeballs before, and now he has 3, so yeah, nice. Hell yeah. Yeah, let's just assassinate the Roxolani leaders. That's how we get rid of them. These fucking assholes, god. Alright, Mediolum is besieged. Yes, we know. 41,000 in the treasury, okie dokie. And the, what? The Slavs are the richest faction? Okay. Alright, ceasefire between the Western Roman rebels and the Eastern Roman. Okay. And client kingdoms. So the Vandals are now client to the Eastern Romans. Alright. Yeah, it's crazy we got that guy. That's wild. And cutthroats. Yes, you deserved that one. So, can we attack these guys? It looks like we can. I just don't know where that 3rd Roxolani army is. Are they just hiding in the shadows over here? I have pretty good watchtower coverage in Iberia, but you know, they might be in there. Yeah, okay. And Carthago Nova kind of having a rough time here now that they're starting to Christianize, but it's not quite. Yeah, we're not there yet. We still. Let's bring him into the province. So let's go. Let's see. Let's.
March.
I don't know if I want to attack these brigands yet. I'll think about it. But now that they're in the province, what are we looking at for... So it should be at an extra 5%. So, or 5%? Maybe more. But yeah, at least 15% net gain per turn. So we'll get there. We just have to hang out there for a minute.
Assassin ready.
Well, let us get on with it and attack these Roxolani. Hopefully I can reach them. Looks like we can. And yeah, gonna be a lot of horse archers, 8 horse archers, and then 3 swordsmen, 3 one-way spears, and then the faction leader himself. So really just killing him, and then I guess this other sect's just gonna go rebel, right? So yeah, very nice. Let's get this over with.
Our foes are gathered. Now we see where they want to die. It is time for their dying. Harden your hearts and let your rage strengthen your sinews. Now then, look to the enemy. Watch them for tricks and send them to their ancestors on a tide of blood.
Well, this isn't the greatest starting position here at the bottom of a hill, but you know what? At least they don't have a super duper strong army. So let's come up here. Actually, let's have these guys run so that we can try to get a better position here. And this army is solid, the one that I have. It's just missing heavy cav. That's the main thing. So let's actually turn like that. And turn like that. I'm going to be playing rather defensively with my cav, obviously, since they have the cav advantage. I do have Goth Lancers to provide a bit of punch, but still, you're not going to be sending Goth Lancers into that. You know, going to be playing a little defensive with my cav, and mostly focusing on pushing with my infantry. Right now, the Roxolani are playing in some pretty classic horse archer fashion by just dancing all around us, and man, they are pummeling my horse archers on this flank here. I do have 4 raiders, but the fact that the Roxolani are being so agile here, they're actually playing a horse archer faction like really well. I'll be honest, I don't typically see horse archer armies in Total War up to this point be this like mobile when it comes to dancing around my formation and not letting my guys line up their hits. So, you know, like I've seen a lot of Total War horse archer factions just kind of line up and take shots from the, you know, foot archers, which obviously is a bad trait for them. And again, this makes me wonder, this is good, you know, this is making it so that these units here can target my Goth Lancers, and that they can only get return fire from, like, you know, these 2 raiders basically. And so that's going to force me to bounce over here and try to get fire superiority on this side to try to nail down. But yeah, they have 4 basically against my 2 raiders, so I have to bring over my raider, or my raiders. Are they raiders? Yeah, Goth raiders. Let's come over. Actually, no, let's keep you guys on this side and put you in loose formation. And yeah, let's try to get fire superiority on this side. Looks like we're doing a bit of damage to some of them on that side. And then yeah, let's go into loose formation with you as well. And yeah, probably you as well. Because yeah, I don't know if I'm winning. I don't know if I'm winning these engagements. Yeah, let's go. I don't use loose formation very often just because I'd rather keep a compact formation so that I can make sure that I can concentrate my firepower. But I don't think I have that luxury in this battle. I think I really need to go into loose formation. And if anything, actually, I think I need to be a bit more I was going to say I need to be defensive with my Goth Lancers. I think I need to be a bit more offensive so that I can kind of push them back. Just, you know, I'm not going to catch them, but so I can keep pushing them away and causing them to I guess they can shoot at me while they're running, so that's not the most ideal thing. But if I can push them off their firing stations, maybe I can disrupt their concentration of fire. And maybe the same thing goes for my infantry. Like, maybe I just need to take away their space because, yeah, they're really cutting me down. So that's their horde spearmen. Let's move up here. Let's go here. And let's charge in here and wipe out those spearmen. So we still should be shooting at those guys. And are you in range of anything? Let's move you up and then let's get you guys back in line. And then let's move you up as well. We have some swordsmen coming in now, so let's go ahead and get my swordsmen, get ready for a flanking charge in on these guys here and then here. And get some war cry going. Get some war cry going. And go ahead and get the charge. And oh, you're Spear Wars. Never mind. You're just going into Shiltrum. You're like, what the hell are you? Why is he telling us to go into Shiltrum? So we'll get that going. And who are you? Is that the general? Oh shit, I don't know if my Goth Lancers can... maybe we can get him? 3v1? I mean, a couple of them are fighting... Okay, looks like they're running away now.
The enemy warlord flees from our warriors. Attack and drive
Gotta be so nice if we could kill him. Yeah, let's send my warlord to chase them down. It looks like we got them on the run, which is good, but man, they did a lot of damage to us, and I don't know if we're actually going to be able to... If we can kill him, great. Oh man, it'd be so nice if we could kill the warlord. No, so he got away. Warlord got away, and pretty much all of their horse archers got away, which is a shame, but we should at least be able to run down their infantry. And we did some damage to them, for sure, but they did some damage to us as well. So we did do a lot of damage to them. We got 820 kills, but we lost 471 men. That was a kind of a bloody fight, actually. Yeah, kind of shocking. And unfortunately, the guy got away. Yeah, the dude got away. And yeah, he really got away. He's all the way up here now. Darn it. Darn, darn, darn. Yeah, 9 men left in his army. So, looks like this army has less cabinet, so we should be able to run them down. So I would rather just do that.
Kill them.
Yeah, I'd rather
Assassin ready.
send my assassins after the family leader.
Moving into position. No more.
And then, yeah, let's just bring you down here.
Waiting for orders.
And try to cut these guys off, try to kill them. Maybe they'll run into me, maybe they'll just flee, I don't know. Could I even beat them with this garrison? It would be tempting, but no, I don't think so. I don't think I can do that. I think I need to send the army to get them. Now let us bounce back here and relieve Mediolanium, but this is a nerve-wracking moment here because the thing is, we can defeat this army, I reckon, but everything up here is going to be within range of attacking us next turn. Like everything. Even these guys could potentially, maybe not them, but maybe. So that's a lot of dudes that could be bearing down on this army. But I think I have to try.
Destroy.
So let's come back here and a 3-to-1 strength ratio. They have 200 more men than us. And yeah, it's, you know, it's solid. It is solid, but no really tough heavy cav. Bit more archers though, so let's see if we can win this fight. Well, I made a mistake by clicking to fight in a snowstorm. I did not mean to do that, so here we are fighting in a freaking snowstorm. in a forest.
Reinforcements have arrived, eager for the taste of enemy blood.
So it's bad enough that I'm fighting in a forest with a very heavy cav portion in my army. Where are these guys? There must be in here. Yeah, there they are. There they are. Yeah, hopefully if they come to me, great, because I don't want to come to them. That's for goddamn sure. We can fight out in the open and not in a forest. That would be ideal. Well, it really does not look like they are going to be leaving the forest. And why should they? Why should they? They are the defenders. They can fight wherever they choose. So, I am in a bad spot. My army really needs to be able to shoot their army, and my army really needs to be able to use its cav effectively. And if it can't do either of those two things, I am not sure about my army's chances of winning. Looks like we're getting shot by their hunters on this side. So yeah, let's get out of that. So they got some hunters on that side. Good to know. Yeah, I do not like this at all. I'm tempted. See, this is one of those things where, like, historically you just say, like, nah, we're not gonna fight. And I'm very tempted to do that here. And that's another thing that I really did like about Medieval 1 and Shogun 1, which is that the consequences of withdrawing were something that was very easily understood. You knew what was going to happen, you knew where your armies were going to end up, and you knew, yeah, the exact consequences. Like, you could say, I don't like this, I don't like what's happening here, I'm not going to take this fight, I'm going to withdraw. And, I don't agree with all of the consequences. I don't like the whole withdrawing penalty that happens to generals in Medieval 1, whereas in Shogun 1 there was no penalty for such things. I liked that better. But in this game, what I'm trying to say though is that honestly, I'm not that familiar or assured of the like, I don't know exactly. I don't know, are my guys gonna go far enough away to not get attacked by the 5 other Frankish armies that are in the vicinity? Am I gonna withdraw to the nearby Mediolanum garrison? Is that what's gonna happen? I don't know. Like, I don't really know. I don't really understand what's gonna happen here. And I guess you could say a main reason for that is that I haven't done it enough to practice this. So maybe I should just do that here in this battle. Maybe I should try to figure things out, and learn, use this as a learning opportunity. But man, if I'm wrong and I get screwed over, then my entire eastern half of the realm is left open to the Romans and the Franks, and I would be in a very it'd be very possible in that scenario that I would lose half my empire like that. And so that this isn't the best time to test these things, is what I'm trying to say. This is one of those things that I kind of wish that I understood by now, but I don't, and that's unfortunate. Looks like my guys are shooting at something now. Looks like we might be shooting at their hunters, it appears. Okay. So those are Levy's spears. Can't remember, do the Frankish spears have... Looks like they have shield wall, because it looks like they're bunched up in a shield wall formation. You know what? That's making me think that... Yeah, like get these guys back, because I don't want them getting shot. But then send you forward, and then you forward as well, and try to run these guys down if we can. Or not. Nope. Just get back. Yep, just kidding. Yep, just kidding. You guys can get back. Just kidding. Alright, maybe go that way and try to get around them. Try to do that. Let's see if we can get around the sides and get into that hunter that's in that side. Yeah, can you guys do that one? That's a pretty crazy maneuver. I know it's pretty wild, but maybe we can get that hunter that's on the edges there. And what's happening over on this side? What's happening? What's happening? Alright, so their sword Herebon came right on in. And bum rushed my dudes. Are we just getting melted over here? Can we maybe, I don't know, back up or something? And let's get a charge here. And try to destroy those Francesca Herebon. Where's my generals? Oh yeah, my generals are out on the flanks. Not ideal, but yes, that'll happen sometimes. And where are my cav? Oh yeah, they're all dying, aren't they? Yeah, that's what happens. They're all dead. Yeah, all the cav that I sent out to kill hunters are yeah, I don't know. Did they might have killed the unit they were after, and then they stopped doing stuff because I stopped telling them to do stuff, and then the other hunters might have just shot them down. That kind of looks like that's what happened. So let's get back over here. And how are we doing on the front? Yeah, they just attacked us with one melee unit, and we're struggling with that, aren't we? Yeah, my guys are freaking running away. Yeah. Yeah, this is bad. Yeah, shoot into them, please. Shoot into them. Shoot into the... Yeah, you can shoot into their rear, actually. Yeah, that's a good shot for you. Yeah, that's a good shot for you. You shoot into them as well. You guys get up and you shoot into that unit as well. And let's keep an eye out here. Is this okay? They're just coming on in. Ooh, that's ooh. Let's see here, but we don't. Those are their levier spears, so let's just back up with my generals. Yeah, let's back up with my generals. All right, so they're raiders. That's the raiders. And I mean, we can just turn around and we can fight the raiders. That's their general unit, so maybe that'll help out. But yeah, we're just getting smoked here. Their heavy infantry is just demolishing my infantry, which that's yeah, that's what happens.
You have killed the enemy general.
So that part's good.
Now they may turn and run.
But
attack,
is that actually enough? I don't know. I can't see shit. Are we causing a mass break here? Like, is this a mass rout or not really? I don't know. Those are levy spears. We might be able to break them. If we get a rear charge, yeah, there's a rear charge, so we are gonna hurt them. Let's see here. Francisca Herebon. There's a lot of dudes in this forest. A lot of dudes in here, man. All right, horse archers. What are you guys shooting? Are you guys shooting stuff? Yeah, looks like the Francisca are throwing their throwing axes at us, and that's gonna hurt us. So let's try to get in there and get in there, get a charge in on those guys. Yeah, looks like we're wrapping them up. Yeah, our heavy cav they're doing what they can. They're doing what they can. Let's see here. Are they withdrawing? It kind of looks like they're withdrawing. Our swords can beat their spears on that side. And then we have some cav, some horse archers here. Why are you... Can you just... There you go. Come up here, please. And yeah, we'll rout them. Good, good. And let's keep putting pressure on them because it kind of looks like they're starting to run away. So yeah, let's definitely put some pressure on them. Let's get my horse archers up as well. And come up here and put some pressure on them. Yeah, let's try to get a charge on these Francisca Herebon while they're reforming here. They have their backs turned to us. And let's see if we can hit them and get a break. That would be really nice. There, and those Francisca Herebon on that side. Hopefully we can shoot into those guys there. And yeah, we caused a break there. let's turn around. And yeah, we have our horse archers on this side who are all here and available to run stuff down. So let's have you guys run them down, and you guys run them down. And yeah, you guys turn around and hit those Francisca Hirban. And then these horse archers run down those hunters, please. And then these horse archers are shooting at those Francisca Hirban. Yeah, just stay close to them, actually. And then, yeah, you get a charge here on them. These are horse archers, so where are the rest of my... There. These guys are going to get outnumbered, so let's hit them and make sure that they break. You guys as well, turn around and help out. Where's this guy? Wherever he is, he's in trouble. Okay, that's him. Yeah, get him out of there. I'm going to lose my general. Yeah, those Francisca Hirban did not break. So, yeah, you guys get out. Leave. Come on, go. Get out of there, dude. Get out of there, man. And then, yeah, you guys turn around and try to get a charge in on them now that they're distracted. And there we go. That's the horse archer sandwich right there. That's what we needed. That's what we needed. All right. So that's going fine. How much of their guys have we killed? 92%, but we've lost a lot. We've lost 32%, which is, yeah, a lot, but
I'm gonna battle this as a hunt.
That's the victory. And we're gonna just run down this last unit of Francisca Hirban here. We got the wipe on the army. Yeah, they lost 92% of their guys. So that's the wipe for sure, but man, yeah, tough fight. I'm gonna lose a lot of guys. Hopefully I can get my army inside of Mediolanium so that I can retrain my guys. I don't know though. I don't know if I have the movement range for that. And it's also not ideal. Gonna have to spend a turn to do that instead of rushing back and saving Ravenna from the Romans. Well, a win is a win. And we killed 1,200 of their guys, lost 476. Ugh, yeah, tough. Tough. Can we get inside? Yes, we can.
Lord, move.
Oh, yeah. Alright, retrain. We'll retrain, let's see, most... Yeah, we'll train as much as we can, and we'll also train a fresh new unit. Probably a cav unit would be my guess. I'm going to go ahead and fight these brigands now. However, I'm going to keep every man and soldier inside the garrison that I can. I think I'm just going to hire these mercs, honestly. Just because I'm at 66% loyalty in the settlement, and if I fight this battle and I can't get back with my troops to garrison that settlement, then they're going to start to really struggle, so... Yeah, we're going to avoid that, and hopefully we can convert it soon. I mean, I don't know if it's going to be next turn is going to be the time to convert. I don't think so. But it's going to start rioting soon, so... Yeah, maybe it has to be next turn. And it's going to be a tough decision to make, as it always is.
Orders?
But let's go ahead and... Yeah, let's bring you up here.
General, move out, merging armies.
And...
Destroy.
Seriously? We can't... Oh my god. That's so stupid. Oh, whatever. That's so stupid. God. They were right there. Why? So stupid. Oh, dear.
Orders?
Yeah, that's been kind of... I was kind of, you know, talking about this in that last battle, about how there's still a lot of uncertainty when it comes to just general understanding of map movement range and merging stuff, and then movement range, and then moving in and out of settlements. It's my understanding that merging and then yeah, like merging and then coming in and out of settlements, and then embarking onto navies and disembarking from navies. There's kind of just a general like lack of understanding about what exactly that's doing to my movement range. And after, I think I have like 640 hours in Rome Total War now. So it's a chunk, you know, I've been playing it for a little bit. And a lot of those things that I still don't really understand a lot of that. You know, it still doesn't really display well enough. And I think that's one of those things that does really improve a lot in later Total War games. Again, I haven't played them, but just from watching other people play them, there's a lot of information on the map itself that just kind of helps you understand what exactly is happening here and what exactly are the consequences of your actions. Because, you know, the thing that we struggle with as gamers, right, isn't so much when like we make a mistake and something bad happens. It's when we make a mistake and then the consequence is different than what we thought was going to happen. That's when it gets frustrating because we don't really, you know, understand the decisions that we're making. You know, so yeah, that's kind of a tough thing, and that's something that I still haven't really figured out with this game. It's something that is still a bit obscure to me, and I don't remember having these same types of difficulties with Shogun 1 and Medieval 1. I think that a lot of that is more common sense, I would say, and it's easier to understand the decisions that you're making. In certain situations, obviously a lot of information was dug up on those games as well, whereas for some reason the mechanics of Rome just remained very obscure to the fan base, which is strange. So yeah, certain things that I'm still having a hard time with. Yeah, certain things that do diminish the overall you know, enjoyment of the game for sure. I did remember to repair the walls of Mediolanium, so at least we will have those fixed up by the time the Frankish wave, the next wave, just kind of crashes upon us. So let's go ahead and end this turn and see what befalls. Why is... Oh shit, okay, damn. So I had trained up an extra, like one extra unit that doesn't fit inside of the settlement. I didn't think that I had, but I guess I had. And yeah, I guess I did. And right, so they attacked that unit, and then my garrison's going to be reinforcing that unit. Sure. Well, obviously, I'm not going to be letting the AI control my reinforcing army, and so it's going to be 3 noble warriors, so 3 units of heavy cav, and then yep, some very similar types of heavy infantry, just the one hunter in this army. And it does look like it's just going to be the one stack, so at least there is that. And yes, no AI control. No, 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 no. And I think this is my first time using the Barbarian Noble Cav in a battle. I did train up a unit during that last turn, so here we are, we have them. They're ready to go. Obviously not much to deploy here, so where are my dudes coming in? Back here? Yeah, let's just get back. And make sure that we're not run down by the Goths before I can link up with the rest of my dudes. My army is still getting into position here, so let's get them running to get them to hurry. And yeah, I only have the 1 unit of Gothic spears, and then I have the runaway slave spears, so my spears are very, very lacking. And let's go ahead and make sure that this unit is all grouped up together. And let's get these guys back. Looks like they're coming in hard on this side. Gonna be raiders and noble warriors. Actually, let's turn around and take that fight here. And let's have swords move out to help out there. And let's just get the horse archers in actually as well. They can help out. And more noble warriors pouring on in. So yeah, we broke them there. So let's just turn around and get in here. And then let's get the levy spears turning in. And there we go. We broke them there. So yeah, that's looking all good. let's have horse archers come around, and then mercenary Bukalari go here, and then you guys go here. So that's all looking fine. Swords, turn around. And let's get the warlords in here. You guys get here. And then, yeah, you get here. That's fine. So what are we fighting? Francesca Hirban. So let's get the Gothic warriors fighting there. And that's looking fine. Let's hit the sword Hirban. And then, yeah, let's just hit them from all sides on that side. And yeah, looks like we're breaking them in the center. Oh, they're running just roughshod. We got some noble warriors back here. So let's try to get back here and kill those noble warriors because they just broke that entire section. And then let's come back here and get my noble cav to hit here and then here. And then you guys start chasing down. What did they break? My horse archers? Yes, they did. What are you guys?
The enemy warlord is dead, slain by your brave warriors.
Oh, my guys are dying here, so let's get away. Let's get away. And what are you guys? Noble warriors, yeah. Let's turn around and hit them. Here and then here, and then yeah, you can run away. You don't need to fight that. You've done your job. Horse archers, get up. And yeah, you guys turn around, you get in here, you shoot them. And where's my heavy cav? Heavy cav, heavy cav, heavy cav. There you are. Yeah, hit into them, please. Here and then here. And now we just have to run down this Francisca Hirban. Who else is fighting? These guys are still fighting. Let's get you guys around. You shoot into them, and then you turn into the rear, and then you hit them in the rear there, and that is gonna be it. So they're gonna be getting away. So you turn around and get those levy spears. Looks like we didn't lose any of our generals again. So another victory. We lost 20%, but then we killed 90% of their guys. So we got the wipe, which is good. But yeah, anytime that happens, we just take some hits for sure. But hey, at least we're right here next to Mediolanium where we can just continue to retrain our soldiers. But I am curious to see at this point, like, what is the status of the Roman army? You know, like, have they built any siege equipment or what? Luckily, Ravenna does have epic stone walls, so there is that going for them. Another 1,000 Franks killed and another 400 Goths died for that effort. So, yeah, it makes me wonder, really on both. God damn, they're just pouring on in. Oh, this is the Roxolani. Okay, yes, this is the fight that we're happy to take. Yeah, mostly infantry in this one. Although, yeah, they spawned a new freaking guy. That's not fair. Stop doing that. Okay, well, hopefully we can kill him and everyone that he cares about. Yeah, that's getting super annoying, so let's try to wipe these guys out, and then we would just have the faction leader left. I started off the battle on the downslope, a slight downslope of a hill, so I'm going to try to get up here to position here, but they are the attackers, so I don't feel like I'm required to really press the attack here. They want to send their step forward horsemen right on in. Well, we'll be returning the fire soon, and let's just bring back my lancers on this side. And I do wonder if I can maybe cut these guys off, maybe by sending in a Goth Lancer there, and then a Goth Lancer there, and then one to charge right at them. And that unit got wiped out. You guys go that way, please. And then, yeah, just go here, and then here. Don't let those spears catch you, please. And there we go. Looks like we may have got our catch. Nice. Very, very nice. So yeah, they got spears fighting my swords now. I think it's spears fighting swords. Let's make sure that my priests are chanting. And then you get away from them, and then you can sound your horn. Actually, what are you? Okay, oh, those are swordsmen, never mind. So yeah, let's pour my own spears in to help out that fight here and then here. And let's get these swords to fight those swords. And then let's get you guys over here. And then, are we still fighting this, Oh, those are the swordsmen. Never mind. Yeah, you get out of there. Get out of there, and you hit into the swordsman there. Oh, never mind. They broke. Never mind. You guys turn back around. And then you guys get up here, please. And so it's just that swordsman unit left. Where's their general? He's right there. Perfect. Yeah, can we kill him, please? Can we kill the general? Yeah, general, have my own general turn around. There we go, nice. So he's been wiped out, and let's just run these guys down. That Roxolani army just got wiped. We lost 118 men, but we killed their general, and yeah, we killed 97% of that army, so that's it for them. And that's just going to be leaving...
Waiting to ambush.
So we're still under siege. Have they built siege equipment? Okay, so they have built a tower now. And they say that Sapien Point is not required. Interesting. But they have the tower. And yeah, the tower is definitely going to be enough. I have nothing that can even remotely do anything about that tower. Let's get... let's see here. I mean, it is very, very tempting to continue to train soldiers here, but I think that I need to move. Can I even get there?
General.
I don't know. It looks like I'll be right next to them, so that way maybe if they attack the next turn, that I'll be in reinforcement range. I hope so. The only way that I can guarantee that I'll be able to attack them is just to bring my cav, but I don't think that my cav is going to be enough to do the job against these guys. Like, even with, you know, these spears and Goth noble warriors, like, that would help for sure, but yeah, I don't know. I think I need to bring my infantry and hope that they're going to be in reinforcement range when that attack happens. Again, it's one of those things where I feel like I feel like I've thought in the past that being in one of these control zone points means that you're in reinforcement range. But it's actually like not that. There's like this... I saw it on the Alexander expansion when I was playing, where I wasn't in one of those round spots, but I was inside of this square that could be seen in the pre-battle screen, where the pre-battle screen was showing up, and then in the background I saw like a square around the army, and my reinforcing army was just in that square, like barely so, and they were obviously able to reinforce, even though they weren't in that brown spot control zone. So it's things like that. Like, that's kind of where I'm getting at with, you know, my complaining, is that it's stuff like that where you think that that brown spot means something, but it seems like it doesn't mean what it's supposed to mean, which is obviously confusing. You know, that's not how you want a game to be built. What in the hell is happening? Oh my god, is that okay? So this is the third mystery stack that just came out of nowhere. Where the hell were they?
General.
What in the hell is happening? No idea. No idea. Can I just kill this guy?
Who shall die this
33% chance of killing the family member. Nope, didn't get him, but at least my guy didn't die.
Who shall
And
die this day?
yeah, this assassin can't get there, but maybe next turn we'll get him.
Unable to move.
And how are things looking down here in Carthago Nova? 51%. Yikes. Yeah, that's our public order right now. So 26 of that is being caused by Christianity, but see, that's the issue, is that if we could switch it over, like, we're only at 23% Christianity, you know? So if we switch that over, we're going to be receiving a 77% hit from, you know, paganism being unhappy. Now, sure, it's going to be a little bit less next turn, but it's going to be like 15% less next turn. but still, that's more than Christianity, you know, the unrest from Christianity. So, yeah, it's tough. It's tough. I feel like I need to, you know, let this riot for a turn, and hopefully that doesn't end up with it revolting.
General!
Otherwise, we're going to have a Cordoba situation. What are my walls like here? Large stone walls? I'd just be sieging
Orders.
freaking peasants for 9 turns. I mean, I guess I would make sure that
Yes.
I would train up whatever other units that I need.
General!
You know, retrain my guys, and then just go in and fight that garrison this time, but like fight it actually manually instead of auto-resolving it and having my army just get completely like diminished and then having to sit outside of Cordoba for 9 turns. That was very, very rough. So if I had to do the same thing here, I would obviously,
General!
yeah, do it differently, as I just mentioned. But that would involve having some foresight and then destroying the training buildings, which is rough for sure. That is rough. But that is all. Gonna have to wait until next turn. So thank you all very much for watching, and until next time, peace.